What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition. Oh, you guys remember Professor Nutz, Mr. Professor D's Nuts, coming in with the zero carb, zero fat peanut butter. I went hard on these guys. They claim to have this magical enzyme based on cyclodextrin. That's right, a cyclodextrin-based enzyme that made it so the carbs and fat found in peanuts were rendered useless, obsolete, that your body, well, didn't absorb them at all. So I've got with Robert Shanetsky, one of our great writers at Tiger Fitness, got with Steve Shaw. I read into it myself. I talked to a couple food scientists. I said, if this guy's onto something, I either want to buy into this technology, excuse me, or I want to knock it off because this is amazing. This guy literally cured diabetes. He cured obesity. And why he put it in peanut butter and not in a pill to take with any food you took is absurd. This guy's a genius. Turns out as we dug deeper, it was bullshit. The bottom line is there was no study. There was supposedly a study going on that never happened. So we didn't see much from Mr. Professor D's Nuts for a while. And then they resurfaced and relaunched their peanut butter, their magical zero carb, zero fat peanut butter. So, long story short, it's kind of changed a little bit. I'm reading the site now how it works. Making peanut butter better with fiber. Professor Nutz is the world's first digestively corrected peanut butter. Professor Nutz uses the power of fiber to create the world's lowest calorie peanut butter. Oh my God, is the FDA, FTC, if this ever grows, they're going to pimp slap them down to reality really fast. Everyone absorbs fat to different degrees. What you eat with fat can help digest less. Fiber can bind with fat and helps fat too pass the gut undigested. Bit of grammar issues. We found a unique natural fiber that binds more fat and helps more fat pass through the gut undigested. The calories your body digests are different from the total calories you eat. How many calories you actually digest can be influenced by a number of factors. Professor Nutz has been corrected to digest very little fat or carbs. Our goal was zero. How much you actually digest will vary. However, on their site, they give you a tangible 0 and 0, which I'm not sure if the FDA has even gone into laws on this one. It's so absurd. They're literally saying that everybody's different. You might absorb a little, you might absorb all of it. That's like back in the day, I remember I knew Premier Proteins, Premier Nutrition. They were located in Carlsbad, California. The owner at the time was Chris Geist, a very, very great guy. I love the guy. And I remember he had to spend millions of dollars changing his labels out because simply he put low carb on the label and there was no specific definition for what low carb is. So he had to change to controlled carb. He had to recall all his products. This guy's literally just pulling numbers out of his butthole. So there's a science white paper. Let me actually download this. Oh, here we go. They're just basically going into, oh my God. Oh, so he still has the cyclodextrin in there. I'm not seeing it on the label though. Are we mislabeling that? Like there's a lot of incongruencies. Like there's nothing in here about cyclodextrins unless it's in corn fiber. I haven't even gotten to corn fiber yet. So here's the deal, man. Bottom line is their lipid lowering of cyclodextrin in comparison to other fibers. All right, so they're looking at basically using fiber or cyclodextrin to totally block fat and carbs. Now, that's all fine and dandy, except it's complete and utter bullshit. Let me just do this Google. Let me see, what is the definition for corn fiber? Soluble corn fiber is available in U.S. markets since 2007. It's used in food and beverages across the U.S., Americas, and Europe. It's a non-digestible carbohydrate. Okay? That's great. So here's the deal. Why is it good for you? Yeah, okay. they're claiming that this soluble corn fiber makes it so your body doesn't digest fat or carbs. So looking at this label or the ingredients on the site, double roasted runner peanuts. Good job. You have peanuts in there. Okay. Peanuts have fat and carbs. Corn fiber, that's the second ingredient. Grapeseed extract. Sea salt. Stevia plant extract, organic safflower lecithin. Now, nutrition facts without digestibility corrected. Calories 200, fat calories 144. Total fat 16 grams. Sodium, that doesn't matter, I'm not even going to go there. Total carbs 6.47, dietary fiber 4.4. Which means that natural fiber in peanut butter is at 2 to 3, so adding about a gram, 2 grams of this corn fiber. Sugar is 1 gram, protein 7 grams. Okay, now their adjusted digestible label says total digested fat 0 grams. So they're saying that 1 to 2 grams of soluble corn fiber and grapeseed extract totally wipe out 16 grams of fat. Okay. Total digested carbs, 0 grams. I have nothing. Protein, 7 grams. So it magically wipes out the fat and the carbs. But it magically doesn't. So it doesn't bind to the protein, which gets converted to glucose via gluconeogenesis if you're in the absence of fat and carbs. But it binds to the fat and the carbs and makes it so those don't count, but you get the protein. So they're claiming only 28 calories per serving digestible. I wonder if this is on the physical label, because you can get away with a lot of shit on the internet, like you can. But once you put it on a printed label, stuff gets really weird. So, they're basically making claims that this corn fiber, so that means, I believe Quest Bar uses all corn fiber, and they use a lot, like 20 grams of that shit, right? So if I eat a Quest Bar, I should theoretically be able to eat lasagna afterwards, and none of the calories will count, because I just got 20 grams of corn fiber from my Quest Bar. Essentially what you have here is regular peanut butter with natural sweeteners and corn fiber in it, and some grapeseed extract. Again, I repeat, Professor Nutz has been corrected to digest very little fat or carbs. Our goal was 0. How much you actually digest will vary. You can't do that, guys. You can't say you will digest 0% to 100% of these carbs and fats. That's not how this shit works. How does it vary? It either does it or it doesn't. Look, I got attacked for everything last time by the athletes in this unscrupulous company. And I believe the company's name, their supplement company, is called Project AD. Okay? So if you want to put a goose with a gander, there they are. They're the same company. They just called this something else. But if you go to our story page, has a story about the owner, Joe, living in a farm in the north of England, a small farm, and he loved animals, and he's back in his roots, making peanut butter. That's cool. I like the small town farm story. But for Christ's sake, dude, why not just, look, I am going to be honest. There is a conflict of interest. I make a peanut butter. I do outright peanut butter, but I'm honest with what's in it. You know what I mean? It's peanut butter with some protein in it. It's fucking delicious. But every gram of fat and carbs counts from my peanut butter. Every single fucking gram counts. You're telling people on your website, you have a pop-up go up that is telling about people losing all kinds of weight eating fucking peanut butter. That's absurd, insulting, and downright unethical to do this. I know I want to bring attention to this. If you're stupid enough to buy this, look, I agree. If it's a delicious peanut butter, and if you like the company and you like the ingredients, by all means, buy this peanut butter. Buy it, support the brand. I don't know much about these guys. I dealt with Joe back when he first started AD. It was called Anabolic Designs at the time. Liked the guy. He's a great guy. But I got to call a spade a spade. This is absolutely absurd. This is absurd. Absurd. Did I mention it's absurd? Look, dude, I'm not hating. If you're going to buy the peanut butter and enjoy it, buy it and enjoy it based on the ingredients. I want to see some tangible fucking data. And everybody's like, why don't you lab test it? What am I going to lab test it for? I need to show that it has negative calorie balance. You can't do that. He's literally making a claim that is not, you can't test for it. I can't send it off to microbac labs and say, hey, test for bullshit. Because that's all this is. It's bullshit. And I'm sorry, I know this gets me in a lot of heat. I know he has a lot of, really asshole IFBB pros on his side who are willing to come at my religion, come at everything to discredit me. But I need to warn you guys not to fall for this shit. It's fucking fiber and maybe some cyclodextrins. That doesn't make, if he did this, I hope he did. He just fucking cured obesity. Literally cured obesity. Unreal. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts. Comment down below. Don't be hateful. If you don't like this product, just don't buy it. Don't go harass them. Don't go on their Facebook and call them names. Just don't buy it. Vote with your wallet. I'm just warning you that, and I will state this for the record. Prove me wrong, because if you do, I will be your biggest fucking supporter. If you literally made fat and carbs disappear, or else everybody would just eat Quest bars with their meals and nothing would happen. The calories would not count. Absurdity. I'm done. That's not a game.